We know this year hasn't been the greatest year for movies. I mean, basically, we're probably going to be living in a world where, like, Sonic the Hedgehog wins for Best Picture. Let's be honest. But one of the people and one of the movie studios who are initially losing money every day is Disney. And plus, their parks, so the brand itself is losing money every day. And they have a couple big movies that were originally meant to come out this year. One was Mulan, and they did the premium access thing, which by the sound of things didn't do so well. Two, Soul. They just bite the bullet and say Merry Christmas everyone, you got Soul on Christmas. But the other one is Black Widow. And everyone's head thinking, should you just put it on Disney Plus? And some Disney investors are like, guys, put it on Disney Plus, not for short term but long term. You know, you'll get your money back and a $1 billion thing if you release it on Disney Plus, even with a premium access. And this guy named Dan Loeb, who is one of the executives or has some connection to Disney, he did a interview with Variety. And he immediately said, now I'm going to quote this. Now, pretty well, I'm not the best way in the world, so I'm going to probably stumble some words. But what he's basically saying is, yeah, release on Disney Plus, because if you have more high-profile stuff and big giant films on there, and this is the only place you can watch it, you'll get more subscriber base, and you'll get your money back pretty much over the film. And I quote, my understanding is that the old line executives don't want to go over the top with the big 10-point films, which is why they announced they are pushing Black Widow and other movies into 2021, they've said. I don't think they have reciprocate the tiger that they have by the tail. Which is to say, the value can be derived by moving into a subscription model which has been adopted by everyone from Ubisoft to Amazon. It is a value economy. What Netflix has is a mere subscriber base that allows it to invest an enormous amount of content and knowledge that is going to get more subscribers. Disney isn't there yet, but they need there to be there. They need there to be as quickly as possible. If they don't get a critical mass in their subscriber base, they will fundamentally advertise versus Netflix. So basically, he says Netflix. Yeah, Witcher. There's at least something each month, right? Every single month, there's something big to watch. You know, you got this movie or this this show that has this big actor in there, you know, whatever, and there's that draw to Netflix. Disney's not much there. All we had is Mandalorian Season 1. And this is in the first 12 months, right? Mandalorian Season 1, Clone Wars, Hamilton, Mulan, and Oma, and a couple of episodes of Mandalorian Season 2. So we got like 5 stuff. 4 if you don't want to include Clone Wars, right? So that's not enough. And Mulan thing kind of fell on his face, mainly because because it didn't do so well. And I believe the reason why Mulan didn't do so well was the pricing. I say treat it like an on-demand streaming service. Hey, here's $7 for pay $7, which is a price of your added to your subscription service is like a price of paying a month of Netflix for a 24-hour, 48 hours view of the movie. If you like the movie so much, pay $30 to buy it. You know, people like choice, you know what I mean? or you just pay $7 all the time. People like the mindset is like, hey, you watch Mulan by yourself. Hypothetically, you watch Mulan to yourself, $7, right? Then $14 with you and your partner. $21 with you and your family. And then it more and next thing you know, you're paying $50 for the same product. So there's also that mindset comes all awards to it. Now with Black Widow, like as I said, sold they bite the bullet and say Merry Christmas. You got a Pixar film this New Year, but I don't think Disney's gonna budge. Yeah, for them, anything Marvel related that isn't a Disney Plus show, any Marvel movie, any Star Wars movie is too high of a risk, is too high of a budget. For them, Black Widow is a possibility of a $1 billion film. Now, here's the thing, there's also a risk about the more you push, the more the audience is just not going to care anymore. Like, oh, fine. Like, or the mindset of like, wait, did that movie came out? Wait, it didn't? Why? Oh, yeah, COVID. Okay. Like, films that you were looking forward to, because they keep getting pushed back, the anticipation of it is gone just because it keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and having the mindset of it's never going to come out, or you just like, don't care anymore. There's so much you can tease and tease and tease people to the point that it's like, okay, enough. But I don't think Disney's going to do it. It doesn't matter how much the investors are like going to say, like, unless like Disney is going to have like a press conference next month, aren't they? Ooh, that might be a thing. Like Merry Christmas, not just you get it sold for free, but you might have to also pay for Black Widow. I mean, that could be a thing. It's just, the problem is about streaming services, and it's a tricky situation. I know HBO Max is next week's releasing Witches, but that's free, right? So it's not just a premium access thing. So it's a really interesting buckle, and it's like I said, you should do this. This makes logical sense. But the problem is, the moment you say that, there's a lot of people out there who will say that's not logical sense, no one knows what to do in this situation, and they don't. And you know what? If I was a movie if I was Disney, make Black Widow a January release. If Wonder Woman stays on, make Black Widow a January release. Because it'll be a couple of weeks, right? So, and that could be cool. Happy New Year, here's a Marvel movie. I mean, but of course there's also worry what happened with Tenet, and I always felt like Tenet was maybe you needed something a little bit more easy to digest. Like, here's the good guys, here's the bad guys. Yeah, you have a deep story attached to it, but it's not going to give you a migraine thinking about it. As Tenet was for some people. It's not Inception, where it's just a sense of fun towards it. It's like, no, what's happening? So, comment below, do you think they're even going to budge? Do you think it's even a thing on the table of putting it to streaming? And here's the thing, with the premium price, what price were you happy to pay? $5, $20? $20 seems reasonable. It's a reasonable price of a ticket for LA and New York. So it's comment below what you think.